Just know that Sonny hosting will never let you down. If there's a bad take to be had, she finna get it. When you pray, I want you to pray for Trump. I want you to pray for the country. I want you to pray for your own family and safety and your relationship with God. And I want you to pray for her husband. She a lost cause. Whoever's married to this woman has to be stressed out.
I think Biden's Oval Office address should be a guide to all of us. And I'm going to follow his lead. And when he said there should be no place for political violence in this country, I think he is absolutely right. So I know everybody always says it's too soon to talk about guns and that we should, because there has been a terrible death of a father of two. Thoughts and prayers should be where we go. I say no. I say now is the time to talk about the common denominator when it came to this assassination attempt is America's fascination and obsession with owning guns.
If you see this woman, when you die, you probably went to hell.
Are we talking about locations or whatever? Like, you probably shouldn't be there or at a certain place. All right, so check this out. Jersey, as of now, ranks what the sixth safest state in the nation, right? And there was an incident like a few years ago. Short Hills Mall. Short Hills Mall, anybody who's not familiar, Jersey has hella malls. Supposed to be one of the most bougie neighborhoods, one of the richest townships on the planet, pretty much, right? So they were robbing people right over there. You just walk into your car, go into a bougie ass mall, coming out, just want to go to your whip, and after buying whatever, your Louis V or whatever you got, and they're trying to rob you, right? As the economy, we've watched it sink. A lot of people have been trying to come into your homes, and I don't think we should stand for it. It's for protection. I don't think you should go out here and brandish weapons or hurt people or whatever. And people are trying to make these guns, particularly the AR-15, the boogeyman. And most people who are legislators don't know a damn thing about it. All the ammunition that you mentioned, whether it be 5.56, 223, 308 Blackout, 50 Beowulf, whatever you're doing, they couldn't name none of them. They could name none of them. The people who are writing these laws don't know shit about guns. So they should shut up and leave it to the people who are familiar with it. I'm not going to be victimized by anybody. That's why I'm not out here lacking. Just in Jersey by itself, right? You had 44,000 people go ahead and get there because we never could do it. This is pretty much a communist state. They allowed us to finally, because of the Bruin decision, we're allowed to protect ourselves as normal human beings, right? And they had one incident out of 44,000 where we saw it inadvertently on the beach. Outside of that, nobody's being responsible. No one's hurt as a result of people who are abiding citizens who carry regular basis. I do believe that there should be training. If you want to make it mandatory, that's fine too. Even though I think it kind of infringes on your right, but I think that if you're going to handle a weapon that could take somebody out immediately, you probably should be trained on how to use it. You should know how to do it. You should be efficient. You should know how to break it down. You should know how to maintain it. That, even if they want to put that in there, that's fine. I'm not against that because I think we should be very responsible with it. But to say that we can't protect ourselves is bogus. There's over 400 million weapons in the country, more guns than people. They ain't going away. Just understand that those guns ain't going away. And the criminals are definitely going to keep theirs. They're going to be, so the only people who are going to have it is cops and crooks. Civilians will never have them. We're going to be the only ones that could be victims out here. I'm not standing for it. True. And most people who have their weapons, they're not giving them back. So they can forget about that. They can make all the laws they want. They're not getting them because everybody's going to lose it in a boating accident. So it is what it is. Y'all not getting them. For most people. Huh?
Most people don't believe that you shouldn't have a gun.
Come on.
Did you listen to what are you listening to Biden? Do you understand what they're trying to do?
Gun control does not mean you can't have a gun.
The video he just played.
It means that you can't carry. They don't want you to. They do not want you to carry. I listen to these people when they speak. I listen to the laws that they're pushing for. I live in a blue state. I know about Illinois. I know about New Jersey. I know about California. And they try to make sensitive areas, which pretty much makes it illegal for you to have your weapon anywhere. That's what these people are pushing for. That's what the blue pushes for. That's Pretty much what they do. We can't deny that. They do not want you to be able to protect yourselves.
So
They do not. They do not.
so some of the major things that people largely disagree on is whether there should be a ban on assault weapons, on assault style weapons.
What's an assault weapon?
It don't exist.
It's a trigger word.
That's not true.
What's an assault weapon, Sweeney?
It's a trigger word.
A woman that a firearm that can be deduced for rapid fire and stuff like that. That's a whole thing.
It's a semi-automatic. Well, the automatic weapons have been illegal. Automatic weapons have never been legal. And what is rapid fire? How do you define rapid fire? So we not have semi-automatic? Do we all need revolvers or bolt action?
You asked me a question. Rapid fire. If you go hold on the trigger and empty your whole clip, that's a rapid fire.
Those are already illegal. They've always been illegal. And AR-15s, there's no AR-15 you could buy in the country legally that will have what you're claiming to be rapid fire. They're all semi-automatic.
If you add a bump stock, you can replicate that.
Wait.
Brad, you know they can alter them to do that. Come on. Whoa.
You can alter any gun to do that. I can alter any handgun. So are you saying that we should have no guns that are semi-automatic either? Because I can put a switch in a normal Glock, and that bad boy automatic now.
You can shave the sear down in the black.
It is illegal. Don't forget that the switch is
An
illegal.
assault rifle, an assault weapon is a weapon that was originally designed for the military, and has been made available to the civilians. But it's a military style weapon, so it's in its design. That's what it is. Not in its assault weapon is not defined by its operation. It's defined by its design.
They base it off the look. They'll tell you that if it just looks scary enough, that it needs to be illegal.
Do you need anything more than a handgun?
For real.
Do you need anything more than a handgun?
Yeah, you do.
Depends. Yeah, you do. If you have multiple assailants, break into your home, which is common now, you need more than a handgun when they all have handguns.
Yeah, if you had to give me a choice to protect my house,
that's your preference, and that's fine.
Keep the 9.
You pick your poison.
Yeah, the 9mm ain't gonna do shit.
Ain't nobody running up in your crib where you live at.
All right.
Well, guess what? Even if I don't have a dog in the fight, I just like I talk about relationships here. I'm fine, and you're fine, and you have gripes and complaints that you commonly complain on, right? You don't go ahead and bring it to yourself like, oh, my marriage is fine. You talk about how horrible women are. So I'm talking about how bad the laws are, regardless. And you don't know where they could break in. There are break-ins in New Jersey.
Bro, you don't need more than a handgun on any given day.
Sweeney, when I was in my early 20s, I got into it with the UVLs out here. They showed up 20 deep. I needed more than a handgun. Was you in opposing? I got into it with the UVLs.
I said,
Marcus, that's Kenny's question originally. So is gun allowing you to have a gun the solution, or is you not being a goddamn gangbanger the solution?
I said I was a gangbanger. I said I got with the UVLs over it. Look, Jenny, you know good and well that you don't necessarily have to be gangbanging to get into it with one person. And then
yeah, but you were. No, we don't talk about hypothetics, nigga. You was in the streets.
You was out there.
I'm gonna tell you why an AR-15 is most necessary. Women actually should not carry, but at least have access to an AR-15. For one, your body will absorb the recoil way better than a handgun. A lot of women can't have a decent caliber without having it absorbed by your whole body. I've seen many women drop their weapons. No, again, but that still goes along with what I said first. Proper training. Yeah.
With a handgun, she don't have no control.
Do you think? Let me ask you this: Do you think a woman, a single mom, right, that's protecting her children, would be more effective against multiple assailants with an AR-15 or a handgun? Which would you rather your wife have at home? There we go.
AR-15.
That's all I'm saying. For the common person, that's why it's America's rifle. It doesn't shoot any. You can choose the same calibers and other weapons that are not AR-15s, right? It's a more effective gun for people who use it commonly. You practice that thing.
Did you grow up in California?
Who, me?
Wait, Shannon, didn't you grow up in California? In the Crip neighborhood? If the Bloods caught you, do it matter if you was gangbanging or not?
It
But
matters.
that's not your story. That's not
out
your
here,
story.
California, it do matter.
Let me explain to him. We got squares. We got a whole lot of people that move in neighborhoods and blood neighborhoods and Crip neighborhoods, and people know how people move. I think Nipsey talked about this one time. There's a profile. There's a way you walk, a way you dress. So if somebody's going out on a mission to go into like a rival gang area or whatever, or to put in some work or whatever, if you got this square guy that's just walking down the street with a backpack on and he's coming from school, he's not a target. Gang members know other gang members when they see them. So if you were some Bloods and you was rolling through a Crip neighborhood to go do some damage, you're not going to just shoot up just any old black kid that's just walking down the street. You know who you looking for. So no, it matters.
So you saying if you wore an outfit,
they got bad aim.
If you wore an outfit that looked like somebody else, then you would be a part. You would you then become?
Yes.
So
yes, you would be. Yes, in that case,
you wear certain clothes.
They gonna step to you and see what the hell wrong with you.
I'm gonna be real.
You got people that move to LA from certain states, then they love their team, but they coming out here wearing their team hat, not knowing their team hat is representing a gang that they don't know nothing about. It's like
So,
I moved here last month.
If that person get hemmed up, would they need a specific type of gun?
No, they probably get their ass whooped though.
First
They're
of
not
all,
gonna get shot.
First of all, I don't have my fair share of instances in Chicago, and one thing you know is how not to look like the motherfuckers that's participating. That you as a neutral person, what they call it in county neutral person, you know what to do to not look like the motherfuckers that you ain't trying to look like.
Oh,
was Pop smoking in California, or did he move away from his gang in California? They ran up in his house.
Ain't nobody really trying to go and get bodies, man. The worst that's gonna happen, somebody gonna beat you up and rob you. Especially they know you ain't in the gang, they gonna beat your ass and rob you.
Now,
they know your ass a part of a set.
No, bro.
Robbing, see, that was the question. Like, if you look like a square, they may try to. They gonna patch your pockets. They gonna get money. They gonna take the jury. But I was asked about getting a mission taken out on you. That's the difference than getting just look at this bum ass peon nigga. Let's just go.
I know the difference, but you know what I was asking. You just
no. Hold on, y'all. One mic. They are so coward and so scared. They got their hand on the trigger. They liable to yank something. Neutron, op, whatever.
It don't matter.
It's EBK.
You can be
out here
in the same gang.
Well, that's they didn't.
It's GD's war with GD's.
I don't know what it is like today, but I knew when I was going out to Chicago and I was hanging out with you knew what not to do and what not to wear and what not to look like to not be confused. You didn't want to bang your hat.
Right.
You didn't wear some shit because you knew that's what that motherfuckers
gonna Sweeney, sometimes that made you more of a target because even when we was partying, going on the north side, taking the red line from the damn line from 95th all the way through there. If you dress preppy, you could be dressed like a straight nerd. They think you got something on it. They run that. Come up off of all that.
They might rob you, beat your ass. That ain't gonna deny that. But
they gonna pop your bro. No, y'all tweak it, G.
There was a story.
What is a neutron?
They're not affiliated with it.
I know what a proton is. I know what
you neutral.
But wait,
play too much, man. He over here just he feigning ignorance.
He ain't gang
bro. Hold on, wait.
Playing, bro. He been playing since I asked him the first question.
Even then, y'all knew most people wouldn't even go over there to begin with.
No, bro. No, you can be downtown. You can be downtown. And motherfuckers,
I've been downtown more than my fair share, and I ain't never ran into motherfuckers.
Like he's talking about back in the day, but you gotta be talking about recently.
I'm talking about at least as recent as
talking about back in the day.
I'm talking about 2005, 2006. I done been downtown, walking downtown.
Man,
I ain't had to run into ain't ran into.
Used to pop off at the plaza. They used to pop off at the Taste.
Yeah. I mean, times
we used
to pop off.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
I'd have been to the taste every year and shit, and I'd have been okay.
Hey,
Well, like, we ain't had to taste it in a while. All I'm saying is that times have changed now with the shorties and the generations.
yeah.
You know, like
Hey,
it's like they real like impulsive. So if they sense that you may be doing something, they may just get a little bit of anxiety.
Well, yeah,
and just may do something that they don't care.
Hey, so there was a story out in LA where this especially disabled guy, young man, walked into a store. I think he had like some red laces or something. He was out there visiting his sister. Some little niggas ran in there, you know what I'm saying? And clearly the boy disabled. Ran in there, checked him, and killed him right in front of his sister. The boy disabled. Clearly. You know what I'm saying? But just off the strength that he got red shoelaces in his shoes, and this is recent, bro. So it's ruthless out here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no structure. There's no laws. Everybody is just out here, just bar none, doing whatever it is that they're gonna do, and that's all across the country.